Could this be the most explosive trade in the history of the silver and black, a move so massive it shifts the very foundation of the NFL? We are talking about a potential blockbuster deal sending our heartbeat, Maxx Crosby, to the Philadelphia Eagles in a swap that would bring back a generational force in Jalen Carter. The reports are flying, the tension is boiling over, and today we are breaking down every single detail of this absolute earthquake hitting the Raiders organization. Before we get into the meat of this insane situation, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, share this video with every member of the Raider Nation you know, and hit that subscribe button to stay locked in on every breaking update as we head into free agency. Now, let's talk about the man behind the curtain. If you haven't been living under a rock, you know that when the legendary insider Rickey Scoops drops a nugget, the league stops to listen. This isn't just some random rumor. This is the same source that was first on the Amari Cooper return and the first to report that Jakobi Meyers was looking for a way out. While big names like Rappaport and Schefter are restricted by official team channels, this Scoops burner is out here dropping bombs that consistently turn into reality. And right now, the word is that the Philadelphia Eagles have officially made their superstar defensive tackle, Jalen Carter, available specifically to lure Maxx Crosby to the city of brotherly love. Can you even wrap your head around that? Is it even possible to imagine a Raiders defense without number 98 leading the charge? It's a terrifying thought, but we have to look at the reality of the situation. Maxx Crosby is the top 5 defensive end in this league, no question. He is the motor, the soul, and the absolute face of this franchise. But Jalen Carter. Carter is arguably the best defensive tackle in the NFL right now. We are talking about a 24-year-old game wrecker who wins his one-on-one matchups at a nearly 95% clip. When the Raiders passed on him in the draft a few years back under the previous regime, we all knew it was a mistake. Now, it seems fate is giving the silver and black a second chance to right that wrong. But we have to ask the tough questions. Why would Philly do this? Why would they give up a player with a decade of elite football left in him? If you watch the tape on Carter, the talent is undeniable, but the whispers about his effort are starting to get louder. There are moments where, if he's double-teamed or the play goes away from him, the motor seems to idle. Compare that to Maxx Crosby, who plays every single snap like his life depends on it. The Eagles are in win now mode after their recent success, and they might feel that Crosby's relentless energy is the final piece they need for another Super Bowl run. Question of the day. If the Raiders are offered Jalen Carter straight up for Maxx Crosby, do you take that deal to secure the next 10 years of our interior defense, or is Max too important to the culture to ever let go? Drop your takes in the comments below because I need to see where the nation stands on this one. There is also the financial side of this to consider, and it is staggering. Maxx Crosby is 29 years old and looking at a contract extension that could easily hit the $40 million per year mark. Just look at what's happening across the league. Danielle Hunter just signed for $40 million, Myles Garrett is pushing $43 million, and Micah Parsons is likely going to reset the entire market at $45 million. Crosby is going to want that elite tier money. On the flip side, Jalen Carter is significantly younger. Even if he resets the market for defensive tackles at $35 million, you are getting those prime years from age 24 to 29 that Max has already given us. We also have to look at the timeline of this current Raiders roster. We aren't in the same place we were 2 years ago. We have Brock Bowers coming off a massive second season. We have Ashton Jeanty looking like a star after year 1. And most importantly, we have the future of the franchise at quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, coming in as a rookie next year. These guys are all 22 to 24 years old. Jalen Carter fits that window perfectly. Maxx Crosby, as much as we love him, is a veteran who is hungry to win a championship right now. If the Raiders are truly building for a sustained window of dominance, moving an aging asset for a younger, elite cornerstone might be the most Patriot way move this front office could make. But the Eagles aren't the only ones calling. Jordan Schultz has reported that the Raiders have received multiple legitimate and strong offers for Crosby. These teams are reportedly waiting by their phones, and some are even threatening to walk away and pivot to the free agent market by Monday if the Raiders don't provide clarity. This tells me that John Spytek and the front office are playing a massive game of leverage. They are likely weighing whether they want an elite player like Carter or a haul of draft picks. Think about it. If a team like the Cowboys or the Ravens offers 3 first-round picks, does that outweigh getting Jalen Carter? On one hand, draft picks give you rookie contracts and massive cap flexibility for 5 years. On the other hand, a first-round pick from a good team is usually in the 20s. Are you going to find a Jalen Carter at pick 25? History says probably not. If I'm the Raiders, I'm taking the proven, elite superstar in Carter over the mystery box of late first-round picks any day of the week. We have a phenomenal defensive coordinator in Rob Leonard who could take a talent like Carter and turn him into a Hall of Famer. And while all this drama is unfolding on the defensive side of the ball, the Raiders have made a massive move at quarterback by officially releasing Geno Smith. This wasn't exactly a surprise, but it marks the end of a short-lived era. The Raiders took a gamble on Geno, giving up a third-round pick and a lot of cash, and while it didn't result in a playoff run, it also didn't cripple the franchise long-term. The release of Kyler Murray earlier this week really killed any trade value Geno might have had. If you're a team looking for a veteran, you're taking Kyler over Geno every time. So, where does that leave the Raiders' QB room? With Fernando Mendoza as the clear future, the team now needs a veteran mentor who can actually play if needed. I've heard whispers about a potential pursuit of Kirk Cousins. Cousins has ties to the Clint Kubiak system from their time together in Minnesota, and he would be the perfect bridge to help Mendoza transition into the NFL. The Raiders are currently sitting on a lot of salary cap space because they've been smart with 1- and 2-year deals, so they have the flexibility to make a splash here. The news doesn't stop there. The AFC West is shifting rapidly. The Chargers just made a move to protect their quarterback by signing center Tyler Biadasz to a 3-year, $30 million deal. This is huge for the Raiders because it means one less team is competing for the services of Tyler Linderbaum. If the Raiders want to upgrade the center position to protect Mendoza, the path just got a little bit clearer. And speaking of the division, the rumors regarding Kenneth Walker are getting spicy. Rickey Scoops is reporting that the Kansas City Chiefs are the favorites to land the Super Bowl MVP, with the Giants also in the mix. If Walker ends up in Kansas City, the Raiders are going to have to face him twice a year. That's a nightmare scenario for any defense. It's why the Raiders' own moves in the trenches are so vital. The team did make one sneaky good move by tendering defensive end Charles Snowden. I am telling you guys right now, do not sleep on Snowden. I watch the tape every single week, and Snowden is a better football player today than Tyree Wilson. Wilson might have the physical tools and the high draft pedigree, but Snowden actually produces. He's got that it factor as a rotational rusher, and keeping him in the building is the kind of depth move that championship teams make. Along with Snowden, the team also tendered Tristan McCullum and Will Putnam. These aren't headline-grabbing moves, but they are the foundational pieces that build a winning culture. We are also keeping an eye on the linebacker market. The Bears just released Tremaine Edmunds, who happens to be the brother of our own Terrell Edmunds. There is a natural connection there, and if the price is right, bringing in a veteran like Tremaine could solidify the middle of our defense. This entire offseason feels like a turning point for the Las Vegas Raiders. We are moving away from the stopgap mentality and toward a vision of long-term dominance. Trading Maxx Crosby would be the hardest pill for this fan base to swallow since the Khalil Mack trade, but if the return is Jalen Carter, a player who can anchor your defensive line for the next decade, it might just be the move that finally brings a trophy back to Las Vegas. The front office is being aggressive, they are being calculated, and they are showing that no one is bigger than the mission of building a winner. As we get closer to Monday and the start of the legal tampering period, expect things to get even crazier. If the Maxx Crosby trade officially goes down, I will be going live immediately to break down the fallout and what it means for the Raiders' draft plans and cap space. This is the most critical juncture for the franchise in years, and the decisions made in the next few days will echo for the next decade. Are you ready for a Raiders team led by Fernando Mendoza and anchored by Jalen Carter? Or do you think moving on from Maxx Crosby is a mistake that will haunt the team forever? The debate is raging, the rumors are heating up, and the silver and black are right in the middle of it all. Let me know exactly how you feel in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I want to know if you think this trade is a win or a disaster. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and make sure that notification bell is on so you don't miss a single second of this off-season madness. I'll see you guys next time with another massive update on your Las Vegas Raiders.